The Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV is one of the world's best-selling plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. But does that mean it's one of the best PHEVs? We're at the national media launch to find out. Based on the rugged-looking fourth-generation Mitsubishi Outlander, plug-in hybrid EV model range comprises 4 grades, but the starting price has been hiked by a whopping $6,600. And compared to the regular petrol version, entry models are more than $16,000 more expensive. We're testing the range-topping Exceed Tourer model, and that costs just under $70,000. Both Exceed models have a 7-seat configuration. The 4-cylinder petrol engine essentially carries over from the previous model, but it has been massaged to deliver a little bit more power, a little bit more refinement. But you get 2 all-new electric motors that boost power and torque significantly over its predecessor. A larger 20 kilowatt-hour battery pack has been added under there somewhere, which gives it an improved EV-only cruising range from 55 previously to around 84 now, according to Mitsubishi. It's also increased the size of the petrol tank, which should give you, theoretically, a 1,000 kilometre cruising range, which is pretty good. That's almost diesel territory. That range is based on claimed fuel consumption of 1.5 litres per 100 kilometres and a full battery charge. And there are 4 ways to charge the battery, 3 of them plugged in and 1 of them via the petrol engine, which takes 94 minutes when stationary. The hybrid powertrain pumps through a single speed reduction gear to all 4 wheels, just like an EV. Every model except the base grade ES also comes with this really cool new feature called V2L, or vehicle to load, that allows you to plug pretty much anything into this vehicle's 2 power points. As you can see, we've got an extension cord plugged in here to my personal hair straightener, and it's a really cool setup. You've got a 1500 watt, 240 volt, 3-pin power point here and also in the boot. And this is going to be a key selling point for this vehicle. Compared to regular Outlanders, there's not a lot of visual differences. Even the 20-inch alloy wheels are the same. These plug-in hybrid EV badges are the only new bits. But look, I really like the fundamental design with its big, blocky and purposeful look. It has a really powerful visual presence on the road. Mitsubishi has a well-earned reputation for building cheap and crappy interiors, which is what makes this cabin such a surprise. I mean, you've got these gorgeous diamond pattern leather seats, large twin LCD screens, this fancy gear shifter. It's all rather nice. Like the exterior design, the cabin doesn't really look much different to regular versions. You get these EV mode buttons, but otherwise it's largely unchanged. That's not a criticism, and I gotta say, these seats are rather lovely, with high quality leather coverings, supportive cushions, and even a massage function. The steering wheel has a really premium feel. It's really nice to hold, and the dash plastics too are of a high quality. I like some of this overt stitching, the tan color here, but its reputation of cheap and crappy interiors does come through a little bit. You've got the piano black here that tends to get lots of fingerprints, and this metallic plastic, I don't know what's going on here. This is pretty cheap, and the dials too, the plastic quality, not great. The twin digital screens are pretty cool, especially the 12.3-inch digital driver's display, which also gets some features unique to the hybrid, such as this energy flow menu, which shows where the power's going to and what's generating it. The 9-inch digital touchscreen here in the middle is a good-looking screen and it works pretty well, but I feel for almost $70,000, you should probably have a larger, better-looking screen, like maybe in its twin car, the Nissan X-Trail, 12.3 inches, anyone? But I like that you get a wireless phone charger, USB-A and C ports, plus wireless Apple CarPlay, and also Android Auto, but you'll need a cable for that one. Back seat room is not as good as the regular model. I do not have much headroom here, and it's not just because of the panoramic glass roof. The floor in the back is actually a little bit higher because of the battery, so you lose out a little bit there. But look, legroom is great and amenity is very good. I love the pockets here, one for your phone, one for your book. You've got these sun blinds, reading lights, tri-zone climate control. You've got USB-A, USB-C. You've got that power point there. There's the fold down armrest. Mate, it's pretty well equipped. The rear electric motor and inverter are packaged into one single compact unit, which means better packaging in the rear. And also, you now get a 7-seat option, which was not available in its predecessor. That's pretty cool. There's an impressive amount of flexibility back here. And once you fold everything back relatively easily, you can fold down the rear seats like this. You've got the power point here, you've got shopping bag hooks, lights, tie-down hooks. I like what they've done back here. That is an impressive and very versatile interior package, but how does she drive and how do the electric gubbins work? Time to cue the driving music. One of my biggest gripes with the regular Outlander was its lack of grunt. That 2.5 litre engine is not amazing. This model, I was hoping for a bit more. Yes, the electric engines are more powerful, but it's also a much heavier vehicle. This thing is 350 kilograms heavier than the regular version. Put my foot down and it takes a while for all three engines to kick in. When it does, it's not bad. But the idea of a plug-in hybrid vehicle has plenty of appeal. Unlike an EV, you won't be as stressed by range anxiety or where the next fast charger is. The flip side is that if you don't charge it regularly, you're basically carrying around a lot of extra dead weight. Interestingly, the electric motors work exclusively from 0 to 70 kilometers an hour, or at least that's what Mitsubishi says, and this testing suggests that is true, which means you don't get full thrust from all three engines till you get over 70 k's an hour. The real test will be to see how far you can travel on pure electricity before that petrol generator kicks in. And while Mitsubishi claims 84 kilometers, we're looking at about 68, 69, 70 kilometers for a full charge. I mean, you might be able to get a little bit better than that if you're very good at hypermiling. But yeah, that claim seems a little bit high if you ask me. The SUV's fundamentals are sound, with good ride comfort and an ability to glide easily over rougher patches and undulations in the road. The extra weight means the suspension has been softened up a little, which definitely works in its favour. At the same token, it's fairly confident through corners, which is a bit of a surprise. The Outlander also proved predictable on dirt roads. The all-wheel drive system and above average 203mm of ground clearance working well on extended gravel road adventures. The first taste of the new Outlander plug-in hybrid EV shows the brand has made significant strides forward in the PHEV space, and especially with its V2L functionality. It ticks a lot of boxes as an economical family hauler, and while we're not convinced it's the best PHEV in the world, it's certainly one of the most versatile. While it's no longer a bargain basement family hybrid SUV, it is a fitting high-tech flagship for the brand. And I'm really looking forward to getting to know this car a little better in the coming weeks and months.